drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shallow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God and true to our native land. Lord, we ask that you would come in the midst of this gathering. Touch every heart, touch everyone who is hurting and longing to be with their loved one. We thank you for our descendants who made it possible for us to be here. Through trials and tribulations and hard work, here we are today, standing on their shoulders, representing all that they stood for and worked for. May we yet forever never forget the sacrifice that they made so that we can be here today. Yes. Dear Father, we lift you up, we give you the glory, the honor, and the praise. And we know that you never make a mistake. And though our loved ones, they cannot be here with us, and yet we yearn for them, we know that there's a gathering on the other side of the Jordan, and that one day, in your own way and in your own time, we shall see them again. And until that day comes, we're going to keep on toiling down here until the work is done. This I ask and I pray in your precious Son's name, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I lift this up to you. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, family, for that nice memorial. I'm going to read something before we do the reading of the Concord County poem. In 1992, Marilyn C. Hicks, the daughter of the late Spencer Hicks Jr., gave her niece, Pat Hicks Smith, a poem that she wants to be part of the 1992 reunion book. Most of you know that the reunion book was the first written document that attempted to piece together the Hendricks and Hicks tree. That poem was titled The Hurt County Poem and was written by MC, and she was affectionately known. So tonight, we're asking Monica and Morgan to read the poem. Why? Because it was her grandmother and her great-grandmother. I just said it, probably I'm going to add it in, but it says because it was her grandmother, which is Monica, along with two of her cousins representing the youngest descendant here at the reunion from the Hendricks tree and the Hicks tree because of marriage. We are also going to ask Richard Hicks Jr. and Marshall, did I say it right? Sorry, the June Hicks read to join Monica up front. Monica, the daughter of Moselle Garcia, I'm saying it right, is the granddaughter of Marilyn T. Hicks Brooks, the great-granddaughter of Spencer Hicks, Gertrude Jr., the great-great-granddaughter of Spencer Hicks Sr., and the great-great-great-granddaughter of Robert Hicks Sr. On the other tree, she is the great-granddaughter of Gertrude Hendricks Spencer Hicks Jr., the great-great-granddaughter of General Hendricks, the great-great-great-granddaughter of Spencer Hendricks, and the great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter of William Hendricks, a slave, the first identified family member who was born here in North Carolina, taken to Hurd County, Georgia, by the White Hendricks family. Although the father and number of children, only Solomon Hendricks and Spencer Hendricks was known. Solomon was eventually sold to the Jones family, hence the name Solomon Jones. June and Richard Jr. are the same, except their grandfather was Willie Hicks, brother of Marilyn, son of Spencer and Gertrude. So when you say Hendricks and Hicks, this is who we are. We're going to ask Moselle, Richard Sr., Dorothy, Sandra, Percy, and John to stand, please. There are more of us as we work. There are more of us as we work through this family tree. So in honor of your grandmother and all the other family members who were born and reared in Henry County, would you please do us this honor and read the Hurd family, the Hurd County poem? Yes.
The Hurd County poem. There's a county down in Georgia that I know you haven't seen. The county's unique, the pastures is green. The peoples raise cattle, they raise chickens and hay. Some go to church on Sunday, yet they find time to pray. The name is Hurd County, where the Chattahoochee flows, heading down south toward the Gulf of Mexico. Some of the land is fertile, some is hilly and not clear. It is sure a haven for the rabbits and the deer. We are all Americans. We are solid. We are strong. It's not our intentions to handle things wrong, but to you intruders, we are taking this stand. You are definitely not dumping on Hurd County land.
It was in 1980 when the problem took place. They found a location for the hazardous waste. The people were aroused. They called friends and foe. The worst thing that's happened since the Great Civil War. Why should Hurd County have to endure this stress when so many senior citizens are trying to rest?
The younger people work and they try to do right. Now they gotta go home and plan to fight. The West Point neighbors are pulling in tight. They are ready and willing to do what is right. Let's stop the shooting, I heard someone say. I think we might ought to join hands and pray. Now we need help from most every place to keep Hurd County from having hazardous waste.
We are going to fight right down to the end, and someone's going to end up in the pen. We will ask Washington if they will adhere to keeping Hurd County pure, clean, and free. If we receive no answer, the fight will go on. That's why I named this the Hurd County.
Submitted by Marilyn Hicks.
Thank you, Cousin Monica and Morgan. Next, we're going to have our cousin, Reverend Dr. James Hill and Richard Hicks.